Hey everyone, I'm Kate Lord. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm inspiring people to have positive life change through getting to know people's stories and relaying them to you. Today's guest, we have a wonderful, wonderful person. We met at a NASCAR event, and I am here to share a little bit about his story and get to know him better. He is on the 10th season of SyFy's Ghost Hunters. He runs his own website, and he recently added author to his list of credentials. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Dustin Pari. Hello.
Hey. How's it going?
So tell everyone a little bit about what you do.
I'm on Ghost Hunters on the SyFy channel, and we just recently started our 10th season. And I've been back and forth on the show over the years. I was with them back in the early days, like the end of season 1, season 2. Hung around for a couple of years, but it was just very difficult, strain on personal life. I wanted to get married and settle down and everything, so decided to quit the show and left on good terms. Then they invited me to do their international show, and I did that for 2 years. And then just missed being home with my wife and daughter, so left there and came back. And a couple of years later, they call me again. They say, "How about you do 2 episodes?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do 2 episodes." And then now we're actually started filming season 11, so I guess 2 episodes has made it to 2 seasons. It's a lot of fun, I've been thankful to be able to go over 23 countries actually with both shows, and we check out paranormal claims from everything from private residences to places of great historical notoriety.
Yeah, wow. Tell us a little bit about the craziest place you've been to in the States, not internationally.
Yeah, let's see. There's certain places that really kind of like just kind of have my heartstrings. One of them is St. Augustine Lighthouse. We did that one a couple of years back, and it was the first place that I saw a full body apparition. And this started for me when I was a little kid. I saw a shadow figure in my doorway, and I never said anything about it. And I lived there for like another 9 years, never saw it again. And then I get involved with the show and everything, and I'm in St. Augustine, and we're going up this lighthouse stairwell, and there's a woman standing on top. And I just froze. I'm like, I've been looking for this for years, and now I don't know what to do with it, It's just really, really cool.
Wow. So did you grow up in Rhode Island?
Yeah, I grew up in Providence, Rhode Island,
Okay.
and I always had grand plans of leaving, going to college in Hawaii, moving to California, all these things, and I, stayed in Rhode Island.
Right. So is that how you met Jason, who started Ghost Hunters?
Yeah, I was actually home one night, and I was working as an EMT at the time. I always have like 2 jobs, but I just got off my EMT shift and came home, and I'm flicking through the channels on TV, and I see these guys investigating somebody's house. And for years, I had been going out with my buddies. We'd go to like the places of like folklore out in the woods, the old like abandoned houses and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was like, wow, these guys are getting permission to go in someone's home. Like, this is really cool. And made it a point to catch another episode, and then I realized they were filming in Rhode Island. So I went online, found the website, sent them some emails, and I was also, for years prior to that, I worked for CBS and Fox News. So I knew how to run all the equipment, all the DVR systems, and I knew how to handle all the cameras. And I was like, I love the field. I love paranormal research. I'm great with tech gear. Could I hang out with you guys? And they met me at a coffee shop, and they said, you can be part of the team and work locally, but you can't be on the show. And I was like, well, that's cool, because I've got 2 jobs. Like, I've got enough going on.
Right.
And then they end up, a couple of weeks later, they're like, oh, we'll try out on the show. And that's how it all began. It's really crazy, So dreams do come true for people.
That's right.
You gotta not be afraid to get out there and go for it. All the incredible opportunities that have come my way since. I would have never been able to travel globally and do all these things, and I wouldn't have the platform that I have today. It's all because of this.
Right. That's amazing. So tell us how you started traveling internationally with the show, how that has led you to future opportunities. Like, how did that begin? What did you do, and what have you done since you've been able to have that opportunity?
Well, I had left the original Ghost Hunters show and got married, and we had a little girl, and then a couple months later they asked, would you come out and be a part of this international show we're putting together? And I wasn't really ready to do anything else, because I just wanted to stay home and hang out with my wife and my daughter.
Right.
And economy changes. I was working at a cosmetic surgery place. Things weren't so busy. And they came back to me halfway through the season. They're like, would you consider coming out and just doing a couple episodes? I think that's how they hook me in all the time.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, sure. Let's go do it. And it worked out great. I enjoyed 2 seasons with them on the road, over 20-something countries. Wow. And it was just really, really cool. And it's funny because being out there, Being a married guy, I'm not going out all night, like some of the single guys from the production crew and everything.
Right.
And I'd spend a lot of time online. Back then it was MySpace, and
Yes.
it's so crazy. But like people would write me messages about the show, and I'd write back. And then
Mhm.
because you're on TV, people think you have answers for things. So
Right.
they'd start asking me personal questions about like their love life and their jobs and this, that, and the other. And I had time to kill, and I like helping people, so I started writing back. And
Mm.
that's turned into paranormalrockstar.com. And that started, I was overseas on the international show, and I was actually doing a Skype interview for somebody back here in the States.
Cool.
And we were talking about different things we enjoy, and I love rock and roll music. I love all kinds of music. Lately, I've been into 1940s jazz and New Orleans jazz for some reason, like ridiculous. I can't get enough. I love classic rock, like overall, like that's my favorite. And we were talking about that. We were talking about traveling, the difficulties being away from my family and everything. And he said, that's okay. He's like, when your daughter's older, you can tell her that you travel the world like some sort of paranormal rock star. And I was like, that's a pretty great little name. I'm going to hold on to that and see if we can make that stick,
Yeah.
So I use that for marketing purposes and stuff. And, I get like the crazy hair, and I like wearing the ripped up jeans. And my wife says I dress very 1980s, but I like it. It was a great time, so I don't really care,
That's right.
Yeah, so that's good. So I have that, and then I also have DustinPari.com, which is like my more serious motivational website. I try to inspire people to reach out for a better life for themselves and not get too comfortable and not get too into the routine of things. I really feel like regardless of where we are, what our jobs are or how we perceive ourselves to be, like we're all in this human experience together, and
Right.
we really need to take more time to help each other out. We all stumble and fall, and we all make mistakes, and that's part of this whole human thing. But
Right.
we need to kind of work together and help each other out, not to be so judgmental and so harsh with each other all the time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for that.
My
So
pleasure. Thank you.
let's jump back to your childhood experience because you saw something as a child in your doorway. Tell us about kind of how that started, and I'm sure it freaked you out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was living in this small house in Providence with my parents, and I went to I was in my bedroom, but like the rest of the family was still up, and the hallway lights were on, and people were up and moving about, and I look over, and there's this shadow standing in my doorway, completely backlit, about 6 feet tall, and I was just petrified. I was like,
Of course.
I had no idea what it was or why it was there. I just covered my head and said my prayers, and all the years I lived there afterwards, I never saw it again. But it just put that question in my head, like, what was this thing, And once I was old enough, my buddies and I had licenses. We started going out and looking into this kind of stuff.
So did you ever figure out what that was, or?
It's there's a lot of classifications that people come up with for different things in the paranormal, and no one has all the answers. It's still very unknown. But there are things that we call shadow figures, and usually these ones stand about 6 feet tall or about 2.5 to 3 feet tall. They usually kind of like shimmer in and out. They're very, very quick. I've never recorded any audio with them. It's hard to get even any video of them, but we have over the years.
Right.
A lot of people have different theories. I have no idea what they are, but they're really cool to come into contact with when you have the chance. The last time I saw them was in just outside Philadelphia. There's an old American Legion Hall, and they actually have both the tall one and the small one there. It's crazy.
To me, it's scary, but it's also fascinating to where it's not fearful, but you have reverence
Right.
of what that is, So it's very interesting.
That's like one of my favorite parts of it is when you come in contact with something like that. I don't like pop out scary stuff. Like I can't even watch horror movies. Like I don't like that kind of thing. It freaks me out. But when I'm there, like it's usually very subtle when something starts to happen, and I just feel like that spiritual connection that's going on, and just witnessing that, it's really awe-inspiring moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
I adjusted my blinds. I hope it's up for you.
You look very angelic.
Well, thank you.
Goes
My
along
head
with the
was
theme
a
of what you
little
do.
dented. Yeah, my wings are busted, but I'm doing my best.
You mentioned it's difficult to be away from your family, and that's very apparent.
Yeah.
That you love your family and you love, you have multiple jobs.
Yeah,
So tell
for
us a little bit about what's difficult regarding just ghost hunters.
Well, they've been very kind to work with my schedule now, having me back on again. And my day job, oral and facial surgeon's office, we do cosmetic surgery and everything. But I have some ample vacation time, so I use that to go film. But basically what I do is I fly out Monday night after work. get to wherever state we're filming in, and then I film all day Tuesday until like 3 or 4 in the morning
Wow.
on Wednesday, and then go back to the hotel, crash for a couple hours, get up, and then film investigation that night, Wednesday night on to Thursday morning, about 3 or 4 in the morning, and then when we get done there, everybody gets to go back to the hotel. I go to the airport and fly back home without sleeping and go right to work. And then so Wednesday through Thursday, I usually just stay up and just work straight through. So if there's some episodes where I look tired, like give me a little bit of a break. I'm trying my best.
Well, it's understandable. I mean, I can't even pull an all-nighter. I never did in college. So
yeah, it's been a long time since I could do that, and enjoy myself. Now I have to do it for work, but
right.
We make
not
it
only
happen.
Work, but your vacation. So.
Yeah, right? Yeah, my vacation time. Who uses their vacation time to work other jobs? That's insane.
Hey, I've done it. It's what you got to do if it's something that you love doing and you get paid for it. Man, you're blessed, It doesn't feel like work.
If it's something you're passionate about, then you have to sacrifice often to get it. Like you talk to people that want to be musicians or actors and actresses and stuff. It's like, that's great, and it's good to pursue those dreams, but you usually can't pay all your bills out of the gate. You got to do the day job, you got to do the waiter or waitress gig, you got to do whatever you have to do, but then you got to use all the energy on the side to really pursue those dreams. It's the only way it's going to happen.
Yeah, I say the same thing. It's a hustle.
Yeah.
And it's not just who you know, but who knows you. And sometimes they don't like hearing that, but they have to know that up front. Like if you're not prepared, if you don't work your butt off, if you don't show up on time, if you don't go above and beyond what you're asked and don't expect things in return, people are going to know that. The industry, no matter what arena that is very small. Word gets around.
Yeah.
So it's true. You have to sometimes work day jobs or night jobs to do your passion.
Right. So, sure. Yeah. Well, one of the first hurdles I feel people come across is when I talk to them about pursuing their dreams and their goals. So it was like, oh, well, if it was just that easy. It's like, how is that an excuse? Like, if it was easy, then everybody would do it. It wouldn't be worth doing. It wouldn't be something that, is a monumental experience or an accomplishment. So if it's that important to you, it's not going to be easy, but you'll find a way to do it if you want to.
Yeah, absolutely. Off topic of ghost hunters, I read on SyFy.com on your biography that you love classic cars. Tell us a little bit about what you like outside of your work.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of downtime, but when I do, I love hanging around with my wife and my little one. We go to movies a lot, go for bike rides, go for walks and everything together. Just downtime, there's not a lot of it, but what I do have, I like to spend with them. A classic car enthusiast. I actually sold 2 of the 3 I have just because I don't really have a lot of time, and I'm spending a lot of money on insurance, and I'm doing oil changes and all this stuff, and I never drive them. So I have a '69 Mustang that is fully restored, and that actually resides in my dad's house. He joyrides it a lot, but somebody has to do it. That's good. He does a lot of work on it too. He's the chief mechanic. Then obviously I love NASCAR. That's my favorite sport to watch, my favorite pastime. Real thankful for the opportunities and the people I've got to meet because of social media, through Twitter and everything. You get to go to the races, hang out in the garages, hang out with my favorite driver, Kurt Busch. It's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. So Dustin and I met at Charlotte Motor Speedway last year.
Yeah.
I was in a competition, and I was one of the finalists for the official beer of NASCAR, which is Coors Light, and they had a competition for the new Miss Coors Light. And we met at a tweet day
something like
NASCAR. And I met you and your friend, and asked you guys a few questions, and had no idea who you were because we were just forced in. They're like, "Hey, go talk to all these people at the tweet up." We're like, "Okay." So I'm really thankful I met you there. It was really awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool how paths cross and you meet people. You never know. I'm big into the whole idea of fate and things happen for a reason, and how our whole lives are interwoven. And it's really cool how it all works out.
Yeah, so awesome. Okay, hot questions. Let's go really fast without thinking.
Yeah, let's do it.
You were in the '80s and you could be in any hair metal band. Who would you be?
Poison.
Yes.
Poison. Oh my God. And so, sorry, this is so cool. When I was on GHI, first case I ever went on, I was heartbroken about leaving home. And we were flying out to New Zealand. And as far away as you can think, right?
Right.
I get there, I check in the hotel, and Poison's at the hotel.
No! go.
It's crazy, and the drummer Ricky Rocket and I start talking, and he loves the paranormal, and like and he knows like theories and all this stuff, and we're like talking all these things, and gives us passes to the show. We go to the show, and then we're like, it was weird because they had a penthouse suite, and then. Well, I didn't have a penthouse suite, but we had the other penthouse suite to hold all our gear, all our cameras, and all that stuff.
Right.
So we all were on the penthouse floor, like hanging out together. It's like they're partying, we were like editing video, but yeah. So I got to meet the whole band, got to go to the concerts, and it was just so cool. I love Poison. I still love them.
That's an amazing story. 80s was definitely a good time.
Yeah, well, I was a little disappointed, like what happened after, because like I was still kind of young in the '80s, and I was like, wow, everything's like. Fast cars and girls with big hair and everything's a party. And then I get to high school and it's the 90s and it's like a flannel and we're sad. I'm like, what the heck happened? Where's the party? It was gone. It was too late.
It's in the heart.
Yeah, that's it. I'm still rocking.
Favorite car besides your Mustang?
That would have to be a Dodge Challenger, one of the 1970 Challengers. Loved them. They're just big B-body cars, beefed up engines. Awesome.
Favorite film?
Fight Club. There's a lot of like philosophy in Fight Club. You can live a better life by Fight Club. You don't have to hit people. I don't like hitting people, just for clarification. But there's a lot of like be selfless, like get rid of material crap.
Agreed. Yeah, that was an excellent movie. Besides certain things in it, but yeah.
Yeah, there was some stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, ugh. No, okay, awesome. Fight Club. Let's see. Favorite date with your wife?
Easy. This is when I knew she was going to be the wife. She got me tickets to drive at Pocono Raceway, the driving experience.
Oh, amazing.
I was like, I have to marry this girl. No choice.
You dropped down on your knee right there and gave her a ring.
I planned it out a little bit. Yeah, pretty much in my mind, I was married at that point.
That's awesome. All right, favorite cereal?
Blueberry. Blueberry's awesome. You can usually only get it in stores like around Halloween.
I've never heard of it.
Up. Oh, it's amazing. So, all right, Count Chocula gets all the fame. Like, it was him and Frankenberry for a while were running it. Now it's just down to Count Chocula. But Blueberry was like their third-tier guy, and it's fantastic. There was also Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy. They got phased out early, but Blueberry's the stuff.
Yeah, I read on the website that you love cereal, so I had to ask that question.
I could eat it like all the time. Every meal could be cereal, and I'd be completely happy.
Just cereal or any breakfast?
No, I mean, I love pancakes, McDonald's pancakes. I don't like their other food, but I love their pancakes. But they're stingy with the butter. You give me 3 pancakes and 1 butter. Like, what gives? Give me 3 butters at least. 1 for each cake. Makes sense.
Yes, I agree. Tell me your favorite soft drink.
I don't really drink anything.
Oh.
I drink water, chocolate milk, hard ciders, and pumpkin ale. Like that's what I like.
Are you into craft breweries?
No, I'm not that fancy. I'm not. Yeah, I like hard ciders quite a bit, like Woodchuck and Angry Orchard. Yeah. I like those. I love the pumpkin ales. Like this is the best time of year for beer. Celebrate responsibly, but celebrate. Damn it, you got to enjoy yourself. So a Southern Tier pumpkin ale is my favorite. I could drink that all day. I shouldn't, but I mean I could.
Yeah, don't.
Not for surgery or anything. Like that's a bad idea.
None of your patients are watching.
No, of course not. It is funny that we have patients that are fans, though. It's very fun.
Favorite holiday?
I love Halloween. Crazy about Halloween, but I'm a huge Christmas guy too. Like, there's often Christmas music coming on in my office, like because I listen to Pandora all day.
Okay.
So I'm big into that. I'm planning a great Christmas caroling event. I'm gonna do a whole thing about a Christmas carol as a motivational lecture, and then I'm going to take people locally, and we're going to go Christmas caroling, and we're going to raise money for the AFSP, which is the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, just putting it all together now. We'll probably be advertising it in a couple of weeks.
Oh, great. So where will you be advertising, like on your website?
Yeah, it'll be on my website. It's probably both of them.
Great, that's awesome. And a couple more quick questions. Tell us about...
I'll try to keep my answers shorter. I like to tell stories.
Go. It's okay. Stories are great. Tell us what your favorite animal is.
Favorite animal? I'm a big fan of turtles.
So your spirit animal would be a turtle?
Yeah, that or a manatee. Like, it's a nice slow-moving sea cow. Like, I like slow-moving, kind of clunky animals.
Chill.
I'm also fond of goats because they climb things and they're kind of awkward too, so that's fun.
Goats, the way they scream, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so those are my top 3, I guess. I gave you 3 answers. Turtles, and goats.
Manatees and goats.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And any other information that you'd love for your fans to know about you? That's pretty random. Something fun.
Yeah, if you get a chance, try to help other people out. Life is difficult enough as it is. Like, try to go out of your way to help somebody. Like little things like holding doors or paying a compliment to somebody, or you see somebody that's having a bad day. Little random notes left on people's cars. Nice ones, not like crazy things, not stalker stuff, but just little things to make brighten people's day, you know?
Right.
I'm a big fan of buying stuff for the people behind me at the drive-thru when I go to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, just paying for the order behind me, and then like you take off, they don't even have a chance to thank you, they don't know who you are, and it's a great thing to do. So I encourage happy little random acts of kindness.
Yeah, pay it forward.
Yeah, always.
That's awesome. So to recap, let's tell our fans where we can catch you on previous seasons of Ghost Hunters if they've missed it, because they can catch everything from the premiere season 1 all the way up to season 9 on SyFy.com right now. So tell them the seasons you've been in.
Oh, yeah.
And then they can catch you on season 10 and 11.
It was kind of on the back end of season 1. I know it's definitely in all of season 2, maybe 3 and 4. I kind of lose track. And then I did season 1.5 through season 3 of Ghost Hunters International. Okay. And now back here for Ghost Hunters for 10, which is just starting up, and then season 11, which will be next year, so that should be pretty good. And then I recently released a book called What's Next, which is my motivational book, which inspires people to leave their comfort zone and to reach out in faith for what's next in their life. So that's available on Amazon. And check out my websites, paranormalrockstar.com, dustinpari.com, and follow me on Twitter. There's a lot of fun stuff, just at Dustin Pari on Twitter.
Do you have a Periscope?
I do. It's just under my name. I haven't used it yet, but I'm planning to Periscope maybe next week sometime. So it'll be coming.
Great. Awesome. Thanks again, Dustin, for your time. And look forward to seeing you this season. Premiere season 10 starts August 26th at 9 p.m.
That's it.
Yeah, on SyFy. Look forward to watching you. Good luck with everything. I'm so proud of you.
Well, thank you, dear. Keep in touch, Kate.
Yeah, we'll do. See ya.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.